So I haven't been on for a while. It's had a really bad week. Well, not so much the week, but the weekend. Friday I get a call from my nephew. He quit the job. Decided he didn't want to mow anymore. Or do landscaping, which is actually a good thing, because I told Melody I had to go back into work until we hired somebody else. They start tomorrow. But I found out he passed up on a $30,000 job and an almost $1 million home that's been my customer for I don't know how long to put down mulch and put bushes in. And he said, no, it'll take too long because he doesn't want to stay there that late and work. So he decided he was going to quit. So, adios, goodbye, toodaloo. He quit once, I left him come back. Second time, no way in hell. He's gone. He thought he was going to get unemployment. Not getting that. He's done. The reason being he wanted to leave and go on a cruise with my sister and my brother-in-law. The asshole gets 2 weeks vacation. I'd have given him 1 more week. But then again, like I said, he was running my business into the dirt. Got to work with them kids. It was 111 degrees down here. And a big water I had on the front of the trailer. Charged me, fill it up with ice and fill it up with water. I keep gallons of water I buy from Walmart. Couldn't figure out why they weren't filling it up. So I asked Sean Jr., I said, how come you're not filling the water jug up? He said, because it's cracked. I said, cracked. He said, your nephew ran into it with the tractor and cracked it. I said, what was this? And he said, like, almost 3 weeks ago. He had the credit card for the company. He could have went down and bought a new one. But he didn't. He's making these kids buy bottled water. And they had a little cooler they kept it in. And that was it. So I took him down. I had that taken care of. The other tractor was supposed to go back in for maintenance. He never did that. So it's down there now. I got to go pick it up in the morning. And I got the job back for the 30 grand. Which the idiot knows. You get jobs like that, you get like a $5,000 bonus. He's just too fucking lazy. So he can take his lazy ass and go somewhere else, because I'm done dealing with these fucking kids. Anyway, Sean Jr. is the new management. I left it up to him to hire somebody. He hired somebody he knew from another landscaping company. And he starts tomorrow. But as far as that goes, that's the first fucking bad thing that happened to me. Friday. So I had to pick my mom up Saturday from the hospital. So I come home Friday evening, close the garage door. I pull my truck down by the road so I can get her car out to go get her. Because she can't get in my truck because it's too high. So I go out, go to open the garage door, and the garage door opens up crooked. And they just wouldn't open, period. So I'm like, what the hell is going on with this now? So I looked at the cables and everything, and here one of them big ass springs, them high tension springs, broke. Great. So I called Miss D, and asked Tom if I could borrow his vehicle to go get my mom and bring her home. So they did that, come home, to see glass laying beside the side of my truck. Somebody busted my side window out of my truck. And this is all on me, it's my fault. I left my wallet in the center console. I mean, it was closed off to where you couldn't physically see it. But they obviously got it. So I had to cancel all my damn credit cards again. And everything else. I had to get a new window put into my truck again. Then I had to have a company come out and look at the garage door. Guy come out, he put 2 new springs on the garage door. Had to put 2 new sensors on it. $750. Down the tubes. Well, I can't say down the tubes, but that's kind of when I miss my dad, because my dad would actually be out there with me. I'm not saying he'd lay down the law, because my dad was really soft-hearted. God could have told him $1,000, and my dad said, go ahead. But I got it all done, everything got fixed up. Got that done. But it's just like I said, it's been a weekend from hell. I mean, my mom's home, she's happy. She's good to go, which is great. And so as far as my nephew goes, adios, goodbye, toodaloo. Like I said, my sister, I think, has only spoken to me twice since my dad passed away. And he's not really her dad. She's my half-sister. So I found out she's the one that won the military funeral and everything. So I didn't know it cost any money, but I guess it did. And my mom told me she'd come back after her for the money. She had to give her the money back for it. Just when I thought, no, I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore, to be honest with you. I love my family. I'd do anything for them. But not when they act like that bullshit. My sister has enough money. She didn't need to take money from my mom. Yeah. Which brings me to, Melody. I jumped on Melody's ass this week. Because I thought she was ignoring me. And believe it or not, Melody's pretty much, since Miss D left, Melody's pretty much the only one I talk to anymore. So I got pissed off. I jumped the gun. Her phone was dead. I accused her of doing the same damn thing I do. My phone will lay in my truck and go dead. My phone will go dead. Melly can text me and I don't know it until maybe in the evening or something. I admit when I'm wrong, and I apologize to her for it, because I was acting like an idiot. But you know what, the day out there when the guy was working on the garage, like I said, I miss my dad. Like I said, even he would be standing out there with me or something. But whether he'd be a dummy, tell the guy, yeah, go ahead and we'll give you $1,000. I still missed him. But the other thing is, I was watching Chrissy again on there. The fool that cuts a fucking log and claims it's art. This guy is the biggest fucking moron I've ever seen in my life. And his girlfriend is the biggest pig I've ever seen in my life. I call her Frogger, hopping around from truck stop to truck stop to truck stop. Chris calls himself a man. He's no fucking man. He's a fucking idiot. At 55 years old, I still take advice from my dad until he passed away. That asshole, goateed idiot gets on there. Good morning, family. Going out eating free food on everybody else's dime. Cutting fucking logs, calling it artwork. And does not have the scruples in his fucking head to realize that little boy only knew him as his dad. Chris don't fucking care. Neither does fucking Holly. That little boy's gonna grow up fucked up. Whether Chris was his dad or not, that's who he thought was his dad. And he dumps him like a fucking box of fucking rotten potatoes somewhere. You know what? I can't wait to see what their family grows up to be like, because Chris is a fucking loser that refuses to get a job, lies to everybody and says he owned that fucking trailer truck. That's a $250,000 fucking truck. Or $275,000 truck he claimed he owned. He didn't own that fucking thing. The big company he worked for owned it. I told my truck to do this and do that. If you'd have sold that fucking truck, asshole, you wouldn't be living in a fucking tarp tent. Kevin lived in a fucking tent that was built better than what the fuck you're living in. 6 fucking dogs now, and a cat. And the only thing you do is get on and beg for money. And the only thing them dogs are for is fucking cash. Money, money, money. Give me money. Look at these poor puppies. How are they going to eat? Nobody wants to see your black tooth ass out at a fucking restaurant, jamming eggs, bacon, pancakes, and every fucking thing else down your fucking throat, when your old lady's out fucking robbing dumpsters to feed to your fucking kid. You're a fucking crumball, Chris. Like I said, you are an embarrassment to men. He gets on there and says, everybody tells me good job. I have a job, it's doing this. What, cutting fucking logs out and drilling holes in them? Then you put fucking lube around it so you can screw the fucking holes? You're a waste of fucking life. And like I said, I cannot wait until you miss the payments on that property. For when the property owner comes back and says, hey, where'd all my timber go? I built you a birdhouse. You're a fucking moron. I said, a man is in a... I ain't going to call him a man. I won't dignify him to that. And I won't call her a woman. He's a fucking loser. She's a fucking pig. That's my take on them. Fucking people can't... You want to pop kids out left and right? And learn how to fucking take care of them. Jumping in dumpsters and flies flapping all around your fucking head. Get a fucking job. He claims he's so good at doing woodwork and this and that and everything. I'm sure there's a fucking construction company hiring somewhere. No, he'd rather fucking sit on his fucking ass in some little fucking place he calls his domain watch fucking porn all night with his paper towels and his little fucking lube. And he'll admit to that. He said Holly caught him watching porn all the time. And of course, and again, from the looks at her, I can't say I blame him. But he a fucking... One other thing I want to get to tonight is this fucking government. I seen old Hunter fucking Biden come out, run his fucking jaws. He ought to be talking behind glass on a fucking phone in federal prison, just like they do to any of us if you didn't pay your fucking taxes. Now he's out there, fuck them people, fuck them people, fuck them, fuck them. My dad's dedicated 52 years of his life. He dedicated 52 years of his life and your life to robbing the American people fucking blind. Your family is a fucking crime family. Then you said your dad was on Ambien when he went up in front of... He was home the week before. He was up in Camp David fucking sleeping all week before the debate, you fucking moron. Your dad's older than fucking dirt. He's done. I pray to God you run for president, Hunter. You crack-headed pig. You know what really cracked me up when he was talking about illegal immigrants? Who changes the sheets in your hotel room? Would you want to change that motherfucker's sheet in his hotel room? That crackhead with all them whores in there with him? Fuck, they don't earn enough money to do that. Yeah, Mr. fucking Goody Two-Shoes now. It's like I told Melody. They put in criminal referral, them John Brennan, Clapper, Comey, Obama, all of them was in cahoots about that fucking Russia bullshit with Trump. After it was all said and done, Obama called him in the office and said, we need to change the thing and keep it going. Adam Schiff is another one. Pencil neck dick. But you wait and see how many of them get indicted and go to prison. I guarantee you'll be none of them. But if it was you and I, regular people, our ass would be going to jail quick. Saying fucking people get away. If they could, they'd get away with fucking murder. In fact, Joe Biden did when he pulled out of Afghanistan. Yeah, I seen all as he died. No more tears. I grew up with Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, he passed today. Same age as my dad, 76. Of course, Ozzy lived a hell of a lot rougher life than my dad did with all the drugs and biting bats' heads off and everything else. Why you crying, Melody? He's gone. The guy was a damn drughead. A drunk and a drughead. Of course, his wife, I liked his wife, Sharon. She's a sweetheart. But Ozzy was in that rock and roll bullshit where he drank, did drugs, did everything, and destroyed himself. I'm sorry to say, the older you get, the more it catches up to you. So I mean, good musician. Ain't nobody who fill his shoes. You ain't seen Jay behind the mic yet. I ain't gonna bite a bat's head off or anything. But I can play drums and sing to Ozzy. They might call me Slawsy, but I can. When you say, I've been listening to him since he was in Black Sabbath and everything else. Yeah, I'm not denying he was a good artist, but he's the same as every other rock and roll person, pretty much. You drink yourself to death. You do drugs. Look at who was it? Leonard Skinner, I think it was. Or no, it was Ozzy. One of his guys took a plane out, come across the tour bus, clipped the tour bus, and killed one of the guitarists. It was one of the guys from his band. He killed two people. He didn't have a license or anything. He decided he was going to go on a flight. I think that was a Beechcraft Bonanza. He hit the tour bus with and crashed and killed him. But they said he had a late night of drinking and everything else. But decided he was going to fly in the morning. Randy Rhoads, that's it. But you make your own fate. You ain't gonna see Jay smoking crack and drinking and everything else and getting up in the morning when I gotta fly. You ain't gonna see Jay smoking crack or anything like that anyway. But I don't know. I'm not judging anybody. But like I said, he crashed, got killed. Because he wanted to act a fool, and that was it. I seen a guy in a helicopter, decided he was going to come down and buzz, thought he could do all kinds of tricks, till he smashed straight into the ground. And an MD-500, the same thing I fly. Decided he was going to loop it, come down, boof. Ended up in a pile of fucking fire and smoke. For what? To prove he could do something that he couldn't do? He killed himself. I don't work like that. I do what I gotta do and come back home, and that's it. And people don't like me for that. I'm not in the mood to die. I'm not saying he didn't quit drugs. I'm just saying the damage was already done. That's like a guy drinking for 40, 50 years, ends up with liver disease, and quits drinking. It's still going to kill you. It's like a guy chain smoking for 50 years. Gets lung cancer and says, I don't know why I got it. It just is what it is. I mean, you make your own fate. I'm not saying he wasn't a good musician. I'm just saying he beat his body to death. Just like a lot of them did. Look at the one who used to play for Def Leppard. Def Leppard, the one who played for Def Leppard before the other guitarist took over. He OD'd and died. Then the drummer drove drunk in a Corvette, wrecked, lost his arm. And when you get fame like that, and you get women all around you, and all the money you got coming in, you're going to do what you want to do. But you have to understand, the body gets older and older and older, and it ain't going to keep up with your lifestyle anymore. Look at me. Christ, I'm falling apart. Who is it from AC/DC? AC/DC, that guy is still singing. The lead singer of that thing. Back in black. I'll be dead laying in a sack. Don't you know I'll be glad to be back. There's a lot of artists still out there, like, who is it? Sebastian Bach from Skid Row. Who else? Well, I used to like him. John Mellencamp. Went to see him in concert. Of course, he was never a big drug head. He does smoke. But John Bon Jovi. Went to see them. Rush. Neil Peart. One of my most famous drummers in the world. Died of brain cancer. Never smoked, never did anything in his life. Like I said, if people push the limits, and when it does kick them in the ass, well, just like my dad. My dad didn't do anything. You know, he got hit by bladder cancer and lung cancer. He did smoke, but he didn't smoke like a chimney. I mean, he might get up and have a cigarette once in a while, and that's about it. But he didn't start off in his lungs. It started out in his bladder and spread to his lungs because he had aging wounds. I mean, I'm not defending anything. I feel bad while he's gone. So you said a lot of singers. Ray Charles, when he died, when he sang that song Christmas Vacation. Christmas is my favorite time of year. He was a good singer. Stevie Wonder, same thing. Aretha Franklin, same thing. Bee Gees, I love the Bee Gees. Now there's only one left. Like I said, I don't know. Life rolls around so much. I don't judge anybody for anything. Just like I don't want anybody judging me. I'm just saying all that partying and stuff when you're young like that and you got fame, everything, you got chicks all around you. You're drinking hard liquor, doing drugs, this and that. It's eventually going to bite you in the ass. So it just, it took its toll. Look at Joe Biden. They show them videos of him falling up the steps, falling on the stage, falling here, falling there. He should have had the Tom Petty song on. Free falling. He fucking fell every time he turned around. He's old, but he still had enough wits in his mind to fucking rob the country. Him and his boy both. And the last motherfucking thing I'm gonna listen to is his boy coming out preaching to everybody else. Saying about illegal is this and that. His dad left over 20 million illegals in his fucking country. Hey, Hunter, go do your fucking water paints again and shut the fuck up and leave people alone. Yeah, he was faithful to his dad just like he was his brother. He fucked his brother's wife right after his brother died. So don't fucking get on there and preach anything to anybody about having scruples. Because you're the biggest motherfucking loser I've ever seen in my life. You and your dad both. Yeah, well, Hunter should be in fucking prison. So should his dad. So should Clapper, Comey, and Brennan. But I guarantee you one thing. Ain't nobody gonna go anywhere. And I'll tell you why, because D.C.'s a left-leaning fucking town. And if Pam Bondi does bring up charges for indictments, they're not gonna go through D.C. They're all left-leaning idiots to where the left can do no wrong. It's like a Karen Bass in Los Angeles. She's the biggest fucking idiot I've ever seen in my life. I just need to get out of here. They leave people alone. Then ice this, ice that. They need to uncover their face. Well, listen here, you stupid bitch. That's a legitimate question. How comes the left has Antifa out there all the fucking time with their fucking faces covered, goggles on, helmets on, and every fucking thing else? When they have federal law enforcement out there with their faces covered, all of a sudden the left wants them not to wear masks. They can't wear masks. They jump out of a van unmarked. Bullshit. They got their fucking vest on. It says ICE. Police on the front and the back. The left is going to destroy this fucking country. That's why I think they'll never be back in charge. Now I see that bitch Joy Reid on there going at it with Pierce Morgan. Calling him a racist. Every time that bitch was on MSNBC, the only thing out of her mouth is she fucking hated white people. White people were racist. This is racist. That's racist. She was the biggest fucking racist bitch I've ever seen in my life. And that's finally why they got rid of her. And Pierce Morgan told her that. He said, every time out of your mouth, everything was about race. It was. You turn her on for 2 fucking minutes, you can do everything. White women, white this, white that, white women's the reason Kamala. No, Kamala lost because she's the biggest fucking dumbass anybody's ever seen in their life. Who wants a president that gets asked a question and just sits there and says, cackles like a fucking goose? I know Kamala's a drunk. But people don't fucking figure that out. I watched Charlie Kirk today. These fucking little left weenies coming out of these colleges. Donald Trump did this. Donald Trump's a criminal. Donald Trump's this. Donald Trump's that. Prices are higher. Everything's higher. Oh, what the fuck? What grocery stores are they going to? What gas stations are they going to? Because the whole time Joe Biden was in office, down here they were putting them fucking stickers on the gas pump of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris with their fingers pointing up to the price saying, I did this. $5 for a fucking gallon of gas. I don't give a fuck if you're on the left or the right, wherever you're at. Yeah, Pelosi's a fucking drunk too. That's another thing they said about January 6th. Pelosi doesn't realize her daughter was doing a documentary in the back of the car with her when January 6th happened. And she said, he said to bring in the National Guard. I should have just did it. Her daughter fucking recorded her saying that. But all of a sudden, January 6th bad. But you got 20 million fucking people waltzing in this country illegally, and they don't call that an insurrection. You got fucking politicians coming out and getting in ISIS faces when they're trying to make arrests. They don't call that an insurrection? Nope. Just the people on the right. Like I told Melody, I don't give a fuck who likes me. You don't have to like my politics. You don't have to like what I believe in. I go wherever it's fucking cheaper. And it sure as fuck ain't the Democrats. Democrats are worried about numero uno. If it was up to them, it'd be another fucking Hunger Games. All of us would be out there with fucking bows and arrows shooting each other for a fucking loaf of bread. And that's the way they see it, and that's the way they want it. They want you at their fucking mercy. And I will never be at anybody's fucking mercy. And if you just don't like it, tell fucking bananas. I don't care. I make my money, I spend it how I want to. But when you go over to Walmart and you gotta spend fucking $8 on a dozen of fucking eggs because of Joe Biden, then you got his son sitting there saying, my daddy was the best president of all time. And I'm pissed off now because I can't get any money using his name. Boo-hoo. And the rest of you all go fuck yourself. Fuck George Clooney. Fuck this. Fuck that. Fuck. It's like Melody said, that's all you heard out of his mouth. Hey, Hunter, go hit some fucking crack and shut up and go lay back down in bed. And leave people alone. Joe Biden's White House was the only place that you had two gay guys screwing in the Senate floor on a desk. Joe Biden's White House was the only place where you had a black man dancing in a dress out on the fucking lawn. Joe Biden's White House kissed everybody's fucking ass except for the fucking regular people of this country. Of course, he didn't do it because he didn't know where the fuck he was at. Joe Biden's White House had some kind of fucking transgender neutral, whatever the fuck he was, named Sam, stealing women's luggage from the fucking airports. That's the kind of people he employed. And you notice everybody they're bringing in for these fucking hearings now about who was running the fucking country, they're all pleading the fifth. And Ed Goldman, the big attorney from New York, the one who went after Trump for his first impeachment hearing, he said the only reason people plead the fifth is if they're lying. Well, guess what, pal? Your side of fucking aisle has done nothing but plead the fucking fifth. He went from a fucking attorney to a congressman. And Adam Schiff, like I said, is the biggest fucking weasel. And that just shows you the mentality of California. Elected him as a fucking senator. He ought to be out fucking working in a park picking up fucking garbage. But you get your left-leaning cities, your sanctuary cities, do this, do that. Like I said, New York got CBP agent got shot in the face by two fucking illegals trying to rob him. Yeah, but they were both arrested numerous times and they left them out on no bail. And you wonder why people fucking arm themselves and get pissed off. Me, I don't ask any fucking questions. You come up here pounding on my fucking door in the middle of the night, I'll shoot through the fucking door. Dealing with fucking people. That cocksucker left them in this country and they all live in gated communities where they don't have to worry about them. And one come down here, he got sponsored. Moved in with a family. Supposed to be, 17-year-old kid. He ended up being like 20 in his 20s. And murdered the fucking family. Yeah. That's the kind of people Joe Biden left in the fucking country. So Hunter Biden, excuse me if I'm just going to tell you. Shut the fuck up, go suck on your crack pipe, and leave people alone, dickhead. You sucked enough money off of the fucking people of this country. And you ought to be in prison. Like I said, I forgot you're faithful. Your brother died, so you screwed his wife. So, good luck to you. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get ready to go. Time for bed. I gotta get a shower yet. So, Melody, I'll talk to you tomorrow, hon. Rest of you, I'll see you on the flip side. Love you all. And good night. Bye-bye.